welcome to the Fanatical Elves Network. This is our pregame show with me, John Suchan, and Steve Gill, in-house from down there in Nashville, Tennessee, host of the Dog Pound South podcast. He'll be coming tomorrow after a victory Monday, hopefully, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steve, how are you on this Sunday morning? About, 10:30 Eastern, 10:40 Eastern, 9:41 Central Time?
I'm doing great. 69 degrees on the way to 75, 76. It's going to be windy. And then tomorrow, high at 35, low at 22 or 19, depending on who you listen to. Yeah, I love living in the South.
It's an up and down.
Oh man.
Yep.
The weather just kicks you right in the cojones. But anyway.
Well, we got a game to talk about today. The Browns play the Steelers. Now, last night, the Green Bay Packers played the Baltimore Ratbirds, and the Ratbirds won. They actually won, and some people, we had been talking about what would happen if the Browns, if Baltimore had lost, and that would have secured the Steelers' AFC North title, but it did not. So, how do you see this game now with the fact that Baltimore won?
Well, they're going to, knowing Mike Tomlin, they're going to come out guns a-blazing. I really think because Miles is one sack away from breaking the record, that Aaron Rodgers is going to do everything he can not to get sacked.
Mm-hmm.
Although Aiden Hutchinson got him twice last week.
Yes.
They're going to rely on the running game. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Browns couldn't stop the run in the first half against the Bills. I mean, hopefully the defense will at least show a little pride here and stop the run. But, Gainwell and Warren are both clicking right now, and so is Aaron Rodgers. The good news is DK Metcalf, who had the last time they played in Pittsburgh, had 94 receiving yards.
Yes.
And a touchdown. He's not playing because he slapped a Detroit fan.
He's a knucklehead.
So, he's a knucklehead. Yeah, he forfeited about $44 million because he got suspended the last 2 games.
Really? $44 million?
It's in his contract.
Really?
He had to play all 17 games.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's beside his salary he's not going to pick up. But there was a covenant in his contract. He had to play all 17 games and did not get in trouble for
It
any stupidness. Just cost himself $44 million. Boo-hoo.
Wow.
We all know that the Steeler fans are going to be overwhelming in the stadium today, which, I don't care. Because, they're putting the effort in and getting that car out of the front yard, getting it off the blocks, putting tires on it, and driving it into Cleveland. Good.
Well, you and I are old school Browns fans, and we've seen a few. I've been in, you and I both have been in the stadium, the old stadium, municipal stadium over the years, and I've taken my son to a couple games, even when in the new ballpark when we played the Steelers. And for many of us, especially the older group, we understand like what this game. We know what this means to us. I hope it means a lot to these players, the current players here for the Browns and the coaching staff, because it is a lot of like what you say. There is a lot of emotion by the fans, especially
hate. It's called hate.
Yeah, coming into the ballpark, I remember my son being in 5th grade. And the number of Steeler fans that would stare you right in the eye and flick you off with the middle finger, coming into a ballpark. I mean, welcome to Cleveland Browns Pittsburgh Steeler ball game here. The one game I saw years ago was when Trent Richardson was still playing with the Browns. I think it was his first year, maybe his second, or he was only with us for like a year. But it was the game that the Browns won. It was a cold weather game. It was late in the season. And the Browns beat them. And the Browns had a dismal season, but we beat Pittsburgh. And so I always say this every time we play the Steelers. I mean, this game, to the fans at least, means a lot more than probably most games outside of maybe Baltimore.
I agree. When they play the Steelers, I want the Browns to win. I don't care what's on the line. just beat them. I don't like them. Never have liked them. I have family members who are Steeler fans. Because my family helped settle uh, middle of nowhere Pennsylvania. So, I know they're Yinzers. They know they're Yinzers. So, I do not like the Pittsburgh Steelers just as much as I do not like the Baltimore Ravens. Cincinnati, I'm starting to feel a little sorry for. I mean, they can't afford a team, technically. Their owner is so cheap. But
Right? Yeah.
they are a true poverty franchise. They are. Come on. They don't
Yeah.
spend any money. They're going
Yeah.
to lose Trey Hutchinson this year because they only signed him to a 1-year contract. And
Yeah.
they're never going to franchise anybody. So Joe Burrow will scream all he wants to. I want out, but they won't trade him. He's stuck there. He won't be happy. I have a feeling you're going to see a holdout in the future with Joe Burrow because he's getting his butt kicked and
Yeah.
he's not happy. I'll put it to you that way. But Steelers, yeah, I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them.
So many games,
Sorry.
you go back in history, you look at so many of these contests. The one other game that comes to mind when Colt McCoy was playing as quarterback for the Browns, and he got annihilated by a late dirty hit by Harrison or
Jerome Harrison.
Jerome Harrison. What a dirty player. There have been so many dirty players for the Steelers over the years. It's interesting because you talk, like, I have family too that are Steeler fans, and it's interesting how they became kind of Steeler fans. And I know we are committed as Browns fans, but down here, over in the Youngstown area, some of my family lived over in the Youngstown area for a while, so they were getting the Steeler TV feeds, and then when they came back to the Columbus area, there was a time period where the Browns weren't playing. They were gone for that 3-year window between 96 and 99.
The undefeated seasons.
Yes, right. And so then they just started to watch a lot more Steelers, and that's, you start watching these teams and you become more addicted to them. So I can see how some Steeler fans became that way. Here in Columbus too, there are a lot of connections. There are coaches and players that I've seen come through Columbus high schools. There are some coaches that are connected to some of the former players. I think like Levon or Bell, last name. His dad worked at one of the local high schools here in Columbus. So there's a lot of local people here who do follow the Steelers for that reason. So I can respect that, but we do hate the Steelers. So
yes, we do. And besides, I call Youngstown Checkpoint Charlie.
Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there on the border, with the direct interstate right into Pittsburgh. So Checkpoint Charlie.
I did make it to one game years ago. I don't know if you ever made it to the old, was it Three Rivers Stadium? The old,
yes.
Yeah, they went to a game there when the Browns were really doing well. This is like the late 80s, early 90 period.
Bernie Kosar. I think Bernie was, 7 straight?
Successful. The game that I went to, they actually lost. So it might have been.
Oh, shame on you.
I know. And I'm trying to remember the circumstances. It was a low scoring game. And, I did not wear my Browns gear because in that time period, you were a little bit nerve wracking to wear something of Browns colors in Pittsburgh. But I think people have mellowed over the years. I've seen Browns fans wear Browns gear in Pittsburgh, when I'm watching games on TV. But anyway, it is a heated rivalry. And I would love to figure out how do we convince the players in the Browns that this is a big game, because you hear
they know this is a big game.
Do you think they really do? I mean, you listen to people like Shador talk about it, and he describes it.
The rookies. Game, they're hearing from the veterans. They know this is a big game. Last home game. Lot on the line. Shador is trying to convince the front office not to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
And Miles is going for the sack record. He's never sacked Aaron Rodgers. So I believe this is the first time Aaron Rodgers has actually played in Cleveland Stadium. I'm not
really.
Somebody said that yesterday, and I didn't have time to look it up.
I think you might be right, because
I mean, they don't play
yes,
the Packers that much. I mean, they played them when Baker was quarterback in Green Bay on Christmas Day, but yeah, I
not
think
right.
that's right. So it would be nice for, and Miles has already said it. It would be special to sack Aaron Rodgers. I hope he does more than once. But yeah, this game, I'm sure the rookies know about it because the veterans know about it.
Hmm.
Batonio, Ward, Miles, these guys have been through the war,
Yeah.
so they know.
Now I got some good news. I heard Harold Fannin is a go.
He's, yeah, Adam Schefter this morning
Okay, that's
said
good
he
for
plans on
Shador.
playing. Oh,
Okay,
and by the way, if a player gets hurt, I do not want to see on social media, why was he playing in a meaningless game? These games are not meaningless. The Browns are trying to ruin the Steelers' season. They're trying to
yes,
prevent them from clinching
yes,
this week. So
and for
it is
many
not, I
players,
mean, many players have got incentives.
exactly.
Harold
Yes,
Fannin may have incentives. Luke Whippler may have incentives. So spare me the fake
it's a
outrage.
tryout for next year too. I mean, I think a lot of
Yes,
these
and
players,
it's
including
like I said,
Shador,
spare
yeah,
me the fake outrage.
hmm,
We all
yeah.
know your agenda. You want to get rid of Barry and
Well,
Stefanski.
you were talking
Screw it.
last night on social media because it is really just a la la. I call it La La Land now. It's just crazy out there. I mean, you were talking about post the Baltimore Green
Oh
Bay
my
game how Browns fans are changing their tune mid sentence because they just can't. No one can handle anything, and they put it out there in social media, and it's just such a scary place. Everything right now is kind of a scary place.
No,
So
look, I can
yeah,
understand you wanting a high draft pick if you're a Browns fan. That's classic, traditional Browns fan thinking. When the team sucks, you want the
it's our
highest.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. You want the highest pick possible. But to go on there and say, I'm glad Baltimore won, so Pittsburgh will beat the Browns, so Shador doesn't have a good game, that's stupid. Or I hope the Browns lose because that'll just make sure Kevin Stefanski gets fired. Also stupid. I have heard that Jimmy Haslam really, really listens to the veteran players.
Like Joel
And
Batonio, who we talked about
like
last
Joel
night.
Batonio and Ward and Miles, and if they all go to him and say, keep Stefanski, it is more than likely that they will keep
It's a
Stefanski.
good
He takes
observation.
their opinions very highly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And anyway, if they change coaching staff, Batonio's gone. He's not going to put up with another change. He
Mm-hmm.
basically said that in that interview. I'm tired of all these changes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to go through it again. So he'll
Mm-hmm.
retire. So
Yeah.
what do you do then?
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Schwartz is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to make Myles Garrett or Denzel Ward happy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Grant Delpit and all these players are just not going to be happy about it. So, yeah, let's fire the entire coaching staff and piss off the locker room. Quality idea right
Shador
there.
Sanders is going to get his sixth start this season, and I'm excited. You already know, most of you know, I'm a big Shador supporter. Steve, I know you support the Browns, and you're looking forward to Shador. What are you looking for mostly today in this game with the weather, and
Well,
keeping in fact that the weather's going to be probably somewhat of a
it's already
factor?
raining up there, right?
Yeah, but there's going to be a gap. It's not. I don't think it's going to rain that much during the game. There's going to be a lot of.
Okay.
There's going to be some wind,
Oof.
but it's going to be warm. It's going to be up near 60,
Woo.
and then start cooling off. But it's not going to be cold like it was last week where I about died. But I'm still warming up.
The Steelers are going to throw the kitchen sink. TJ Watt's not playing, so that's good news.
Okay.
The right tackle for the Browns doesn't have to worry about it because that's where he gets all his sacks, over the right tackle, not the left tackle. And but they are going to come. Right now, the Steelers won 3 in a row. Their defense is playing extremely well. Their secondary is playing extremely well. Even though Joey Porter grabs and is very handsy, apparently they're not going to call that in the last 3 games against the Steelers. Although they did get lucky in Detroit.
Yeah.
The way that game ended was just insane.
Right.
I still don't understand it. But
Consider the circumstances. If that game is changed at all. And
Well,
considering what happened last night
the
with
Lions were
Baltimore,
eliminated with that loss.
yeah,
I mean,
it really is an interesting situation. Did they say it was an inadvertent whistle
yeah.
or no? Yeah,
Where have we seen that before?
right. What was the game too? It was a week ago. Was it New England? Yeah, there was a. Remember that play with Buffalo and the 2-point conversion where there
Yes.
was and the guy
Yeah.
picked it up and everybody but they didn't and they counted it
I
after the
know.
fact. After they went back, they had played the next play and they went back and reviewed it and just some really bizarre things going on in the NFL right now.
Yeah. Very bizarre. But yeah, I expect the Pittsburgh Steelers defense to come after Shador. I hope Tommy Reese has got some nice options for him
Yeah.
to take advantage of the Pittsburgh aggressiveness because they're going to come after him big.
What kind of plays would that be in your mind? What do you think that would look like?
RPO is the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Run pass option. Screenplays, quick slants from the slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the best thing to take pressure off is a long pass.
Yep.
I mean, you saw it against Oakland. You saw it against Chicago. You know, you hit Bond deep. I don't know if he'll have the time to do that, but
maybe if it was like a first down play when they're not maybe going to throw this kitchen sink at you, just hit them hard before they can get to you in that third down moment or whatever.
Yeah, they got to stay out of third downs, third and longs. It can't be more than 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. They've got to stay out of that situation because Pittsburgh will just pin their ears back and come at Shador no matter what the play is called.
It's interesting. Going back, I know we're talking about play calling, but this has nothing to do with Shador. But I was at the Green Bay Browns game, back in week 3. I got to cover the game. I was up in the press box. It was really cool with Northeast Ohio Sports Insiders. And I had written a bunch of notes. And one of the first notes I wrote, and I don't know if you remember this, Steve, but it was in the first Browns series. The Browns were kind of moving the ball, but not really. And I don't know who, probably Stefanski or Flacco, made the call, but they ran the ball on a 3rd down and 7. And I just, I even making a note to myself saying, I put a question mark. Why did the Browns on a 3rd and 7 not, try to pass the ball? It was like right at the very beginning of the game. So I thought it was kind of bizarre. And I think I remember writing it and I wrote it down. I saw the note today when I was looking back at some of my old stuff. So I don't know. Things like that always.
I remember that play because the camera focused on Stefanski and he was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
So maybe
I mean, it showed him.
Yeah.
He, lifted up his little microphone. He's looking at Flacco like, "What was that?"
So maybe Flacco decided to
probably changed it.
Well, that's interesting because I had written.
The commentators said something about it too.
Yeah,
they said, "I don't think that's what Kevin Stefanski called."
Well, and it's an example again of kind of what we're talking about, this whole thing, because right now we're in this whole such a what's the word I use for he's such a Shador is such a
polarizing
figure that everything is like in this. What do you want to call it? A vacuum of like everything.
Well, if you criticize him, you're a hater,
right?
And, there are times where he legitimately needs to be criticized.
And we're talking about execution of the plays, and probably like we're speculating here, but I'm sure that he's not executing everything as Kevin Stefanski wants. We see it with somebody like Joe Flacco
right now,
or Tommy Reese, right?
Yeah, I thought Buffalo game up until he, 5 minutes left in the game when he started giving up sacks. I thought he played extremely well. I thought Tommy Reese, against an incredibly great pass defense, just took what the defense gave him. They moved the ball extremely well. I mean, he was very efficient. He's got to kind of watch where the defensive linemen are and when they put their hands up. But,
well, and I'll give him a little bit of a not a big pass, because I was disappointed too. I think I even texted you because that last couple drives were just devastating. But when you go back and look at it, I mean, our offensive linemen were like just being annihilated. So that he didn't have much time, but still, Those are things that the Browns have got to work out. Now, I talked last night on my show, after our show, that some of the bright spots. We talked a little bit about this on our show last night of the Fanatical Elves. There have been some really bright spots, and so I'm looking forward to that again in this game. Somebody like Carson Schwetzinger, who's fifth in the league
Bingo.
in tackles with 147 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 11 tackles for losses. I mean, the kid has just been amazing. Mason Graham, Harold Fannin, we talked about. I mean, these are people that you really, if you're a Browns fan, should be excited about going in the next season.
Oh yeah, definitely. Defense, if they stand pat with coaching and front office, just build the offense up. Linemen, wide receivers.
Yeah.
Give whoever the quarterback's going to be weapons. That's all you can ask for. Via signing or trading or drafting, whatever. They've got the assets. They'll have the money, and just build the offense up, and let's roll next year.
Well, we've got next year. Potentially have 3 more seasons in this stadium, correct? Before we move into the dome.
29 is when they open.
So 26, 27, 28. So the next 3 seasons.
Yeah.
We really need to get it going in the right direction.
Yes.
Well, hey, let's pause for a quick commercial break, and then we'll have final thoughts here. This is the Fanatical Elves pregame show. We'll be right back. We are back here on the Fanatical Elves pregame show. Thanks for tuning in, watching us live here on YouTube or the X or Facebook, and you can listen to us later on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Type in Cleveland Browns podcast will probably pop up. If you type in Fanatical Elves, you type in at Elves, ELFZ Network on a variety of social media sites. You'll find us very quickly. Steve, so the Browns play the Steelers later on today, just in about a little less than 2 hours now.
Yep.
Are you predicting a win? I know you don't like to give predictions, but do you think they have a chance?
If Baltimore had lost, I would have said, yeah, they had a chance.
Yeah.
But knowing the Steelers and knowing Mike Tomlin, I just wish this game was on Thursday night primetime. Then I could guarantee a win with Mike Tomlin.
How many of those games, because the Browns do have a 5-1-1 record over the Steelers over the last
since
they have a winning record.
2018, 2019.
I wonder how many of those games have been on Thursday nights. Because
I can think of 3 right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So it's interesting because I feel like with that, we do have a better than normal chance of winning this game, even with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers in the position that they're at. Stranger things have happened with these games. Remember the tie game?
Stranger things have happened this year in the NFL.
Right. Yeah.
So hopefully it's a good referee, good officiated game.
Boy, aren't you happy we're not the Indianapolis Colts, who started the season out at 7-1, and they're not even going to make the playoffs? What if that was us, Steve? If we had started the season at 7-1 and not make the playoffs? Oh my God!
Right.
So that's the thing as a Browns fan. It's like, I know we're talking about this dismal team, but that would have been...
our fate was decided a long time ago.
Yeah, right.
We're conditioned to it. Or the Detroit Lions at the earlier preseason, they were considered Super Bowl favorites.
Yep.
And now they're not even going to make the playoffs. Or Kansas City. Or last week when they played the Titans, I called them the Cancun Chiefs. But God, they look lifeless.
Yeah.
So,
well, they've had a nice run.
They had a nice run. I tell you, I'm looking forward to, if I can switch over and watch it, the most statistically improved rookie quarterback this year, Tyler Shuck, against the
he's
old man Shuck. What is he, 29 years old?
I thought about taking him instead of Baker Mayfield. I got Baker Mayfield going today. I didn't know if I should hold to that or I could switch.
Boy, let me tell you, I have my wife's family lives in Tampa, and they are hearing. Of course, he got that contract extension. His last year is next year, 2026, and they're all saying that the media down there is saying don't re-sign him.
Uh-huh. So he'll get one more year down there.
He'll get one more year down there. The
Well, and
media
it's
is already
interesting.
after him.
Yeah. No, I mean
But
it
what did you
is.
expect? I
Well,
mean,
right. Right. You and I have talked about, you've talked a lot
he'll
about that.
break
And
your heart.
yes. And I think that's the perspective that I think Browns fans, and I know at the height of all this, especially when Baker was having some success earlier in the year, not, it was counterproductive to us Browns fans and not helping our situation. But then in the end, Browns fans are quick to forget. And now look what's happening there. Like you just said, I mean,
Well, Browns
he's,
fans were all like, "Fire Barry, hire John Dorsey." Well, what are the Detroit's out of the playoffs? They should have
mm,
never let Baker Mayfield go. Well, Baker Mayfield, God, it's like deja vu with him.
it is, it really is.
So,
Um,
and hopefully Tony Grossi will get over this Josh Dobbs
yeah, what
fascination.
the hell? Tony and Mary Kay are
Guy
just
has won one
off.
NFL game. Josh Dobbs, one, and that was against the Cardinals.
Yeah, but what was he talking
Come
about with
on.
Tyler Huntley? He was spewing crap about, oh, we should have stuck with Tyler.
He
Tony,
wanted to
what
keep
are you
Tyler
talking
Huntley and
about?
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, God. Now it was funny. I did see some comment, and Tyler Huntley said he was going to be talking to Shador after the game, his post game conference last night about go out there and beat Pittsburgh for us. So I mean, Tyler Huntley did some great things here while he was here, but he was never going to stay. We talked about this before. We've all talked about it, and yeah, it's just this revisionist history and how, especially our two probably most popular beat writers in Cleveland, they really need to just maybe do something else because it's really
Yeah, take a break.
they really are both just no one really cares to listen to because I love Tony. I would listen to Tony all the time 10, 15 years ago. I would listen to him
I can't
850.
anymore.
I can't. No, I
I
can't either
can't
because
either.
it's like I just there's and it's not that we fans are smarter than Tony. It's just his takes on things are just bizarre because I would trust him when I was younger. I would be taking long. I lived out there in Kansas. I'd be on my runs and my walks. Had him on my headphone 850. He'd be talking to Tony Rizzo and even Aaron Goldham, all those guys, and it's just like he just changed all these stories he comes up with. And Mary Kay is just absolutely off her rocker. She just switches stories, just how she feels every week. I just It's just nuts. I
Well,
Of course you're
you got a
blocked by Mary.
narrative. You got a narrative. Yeah, I've been blocked by Mary Kay. So, I called her a clickbait queen because back then she
Gosh.
was.
Mm.
I don't know if her source is still D.
Well,
Haslam or not.
I
So,
I wrote an article
what
for
really got me this week
yeah.
was Tony Grossi said they should hire Nick Saban as an advisor,
Oh yeah, that's going to go
and
over
he
real
was
good.
basing it on the fact that now Nick Saban owns a piece of the Nashville Predators, the NHL team, which is owned
Oh,
by Bill Haslam, our former governor, and Jimmy's brother. That
right.
was his whole basis of saying Nick Saban should come in and be a special advisor for the Browns.
Well, I guess you get to a certain point, you have to find things to write about, and I understand that as somebody who writes about the Browns, and you write about the Browns. It is you're
Yeah,
trying to find.
it gets pretty depressing,
Yeah,
this
well, and
time of year.
I mentioned Shador being must see TV in my most recent article for Northeast Ohio Sports Insiders, and some knucklehead on La La Land was criticizing me and told me that I should apologize to the university that gave me a journalism degree. And I'm like, dude, I don't have a
I
journalism
don't have
degree.
a journalism degree.
You have too much on your hands to be critical. You just need to be happy, people. And there's so many unhappy things out there in La La Land. Just stay off of it. Go take a walk today. It's going to be 65 or 75 degrees wherever you're at. If you're on the East Coast, enjoy that. If you're in New York City, you're listening to our show, you just had 4 inches or 5 inches of snow yesterday. So go take a walk through Central Park, um, get off.
Yeah, we
Get,
have to watch the game.
yeah.
So,
Get
if
off
you
your
don't want to
phones.
watch it, go take a walk, get off your phone,
It's a new
clear your
year,
head.
folks. A new year, 2020, 2026. And we have things to be hopeful for.
Woo,
Hopefully the
sun's out
Browns
again.
play. Yeah, it looks like you got very bright.
Yeah.
Browns will play the
Well, I've
Steelers
always
here.
been bright. It's just the sun's out.
Hour and 20 minutes, or no, hour and 50 minutes, folks. The Browns play down at Huntington Bank Field. Steve, thank you for being here.
Sure, man.
Go
Another
Browns.
Sunday. We only
We'll
have
have
2 more of these. Yikes.
we'll have a post game show at some point after the efforts by the Browns, hoping and praying now for a victory. We'll talk more after the
Let's hope
game.
Shador Sanders turns into DTR, the last rookie to beat Browns rookie to
Now
beat the
there's
Steelers.
now there's there's something for you.